2. We back after 18 centuries with another video. I'm gonna talk about how I blew my Q50 in this video. I know a lot of people are curious and have heard rumors about these VR30 motors and etc. But I'm actually gonna go in depth with it. Also go over what mods are on the car as well. Pretty much the full detailed mod list, future plans, etc., all that good stuff. So first thing first, I have a 2019 Redsport all-wheel drive, which comes with the 3-liter V6 twin turbo motor. If you're not too familiar with the engine and the car, I bought it with 25,000 miles on it. I'm now at about 40,000. And up until that point, just normal oil changes every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Now, when I bought the car, I was tuned by, well, actually, pretty much when I bought the car was already somewhat modded. It had MBRP full exhaust, which is 3 inches from the X pipe back, since it's a dual. And then I had AMS lower down pipes, HKS blow off valves, add 1 oil catch can, the Z1 coolant expansion tank, AMS race intakes. I think that's pretty much everything that was done to it, and then minor aesthetic stuff like a carbon duckbill style spoiler. But I believe that's everything that was done, and then the Z1 silicone hoses. But that's what was done to the car before, and it was tuned by AMS. So I don't know the previous owner when I bought it, or what how aggressive the tune was or anything, but when I bought it from the dealership, they didn't even know it was tuned until we started it up and then held cancel down, and you can see the RPM kind of flicker up and down. So that's how we knew it was tuned. So I drove it like that for about 15,000 miles to maybe 10,000 miles, and I started to notice smoke at idle, which was like the first indicator. It's like, okay, what's going on? And this is in the winter, which obviously it's gonna smoke in the winter, but off condensation. But this was like a significant amount of smoke. Like, I'm in drive-throughs and it's just dumping smoke, and it smelled horrible. I couldn't figure out. It smelled like pretty much a mixture of oil and coolant. So, anyways, took it to the dealership, had them look at it. They came to the conclusion that it needed turbos, because the motor was fine. It still pulled fast. Like, I could not tell that the motor was weak or any of the turbos were dying besides the smoke. So pretty much they figured out it needed turbos. It was a long wait. So got the car back, got new turbos, and when you do the turbos on these cars, you have to pull the motor. So I went ahead and was like, okay, well, since I have the lower down pipes, I might as well get the full down pipes. So went ahead and ordered the full race down pipes. So when they drop the motor, I could just toss those in. So put those in. So drove the car for a little bit conservatively until I was able to get retuned, and I retuned and went with Racebox, and only because I watched a few of their videos. All helpful guys, very responsive on Instagram, done a lot of stuff with Q50s and other cars I've seen. So I was okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go with them. So went with them, started the tuning process. I think I finished, so I decided halfway through, I was like, you know what, I kind of want to get more juice to it, besides being on 93. So midway through the tuning process, I hit up Racebox to see, hey, how much would it be if I decide to go ahead and go E30, which is safe on these cars with minimal mods. So was able to add that in. So I bought the AMS V2 flex fuel kit, and then the low pressure fuel pump, which is what they recommend for going E30. So add that on. Started to get tuned on E. I think I made it maybe one tank, and then all of a sudden I was driving and like the throttle response was like very minimal. So I'm like on the gas, and the car is not going anywhere. And then it started sounding funny. It's like, okay, what's going on here? So car started sounding funny, and I was like, okay, something's up. So I'm driving it and I'm hearing backfires. I'm like, yeah, something's up. And then I noticed my oil temps were like high. Like usually I was anywhere from 165 to 180. 180 is if I'm like beating on it. 165 to 180. And this time I was like 200 degrees. So I was like, okay, yeah, something's up. So got it back to home, drove it the next day. I'm like, yeah, these temps are still getting high up very quick. So I'm like, yeah, something's up. So in my mind at that time, I didn't have daily, which this is going to be part of the next video, but I didn't have a daily at the time. So I was pretty much like, yeah, let me go ahead and start looking for something to buy. So literally on the way to pick up daily, the car started knocking, and I'll include a video in this segment. So at that point I was like, yeah, this motor's done. I didn't get a check engine light, but I got a soft code on the app that said PL300. So that pretty much is like a random, or I think cylinder 3 misfire, or random misfire a code. So that's when I was like, yep. So took it in, and that's pretty much how it blew. I wasn't even really beating on the car for it to blow like that, just moderate driving, occasional data logs to do the pulls for the tuner, but nothing crazy. Like I said, I don't drive like a grandma, but I'm not a race car driver all the time. So that's pretty much what happened. But let me go ahead and give you an exterior view. But while the tuning process, like I said, I added the we just got some rain, but here is the engine bay. Like I said, car came with the coolant expansion tank, intakes, red Z1 silicone hoses all throughout, oil catch can. All I did pretty much, I had a shop professionally install the flex fuel kit from AMS also, and then the low pressure fuel pump, which is under the rear seat as well. And then obviously I did the air suspension, so the car is bagged on 3P with the fly air struts. I also went ahead and did the Z1 two-piece rotors, which is probably my favorite mod on the car. Great stopping power, extremely lightweight. Definitely love it. And then obviously I took out the lower downpipes and then did full downpipes. And then carbon fiber side mirror, chrome delete, did by me also. But that's pretty much everything that's been done to the car. Like I said, some of that stuff was done halfway through the tuning process. I just figured I'd go ahead and knock it out. And black grill also. But yeah, that's pretty much everything done to the car. But I'm still in the tuning process. Just got it back not too long ago. I'm getting ready to, I'm pretty much trying to find a shop that can get the car on the dyno and just do a dyno tune remotely. So that way I'm not having to do constant logs on the interstate going 130, 140 just to get the car dialed in. I'd rather get it on a dyno. That way I can actually see what kind of numbers the car is putting up and have it tuned, and within 2 hours, everything done. So that's what I'm looking for now. So if you know any tuning shops, or if anyone can recommend anyone, it's an all-wheel drive car, so it's got to be an all-wheel drive dyno, unless there is a way, which I haven't researched, to turn off the all-wheel drive on these and put it in rear-wheel drive. If that's possible, then definitely let me know in the comments below. But yeah, this is her. After we get tuned, I'm probably gonna chill out on it. It's not really much I'd want to do. Maybe I might do the side skirt lights and front lip, maybe a rear diffuser, but besides that, I mean, she's already where I want it to be. Maybe different wheels, but that's gonna be all for it. So fun fact about the Q50, I had a blue one 2017 before this, and I actually ended up totaling it in the rain, lost traction, and I ended up buying a Supra after that, and then pretty much it didn't fit. It was too small. A lot of things about the Supra, not to bash, it was a great car, but I had to get back to my roots, and that's where I bought this Redsport. I couldn't pass up on the deal that I got for it, so that's it. And then the daily that I picked up, there's an interesting story with that, but I will go over that in the next video. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. If you want any other Q50 videos, content, comment below. I'm gonna try and get more on this YouTube stuff, do some more vlogs, meets, occasional things that I'm gonna be doing with it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Out.